everyone, welcome to day 2 of the vlog. Day 1 was a lot of fun. We got a lot of stuff done. We went to 2 open mics and I did a meeting and it was a hectic day. I did learn some things about filming vlogs though, after I watched that one back today editing it. For example, not to film literally everything vertically. We will be horizontal and actually fitting your screen from here on out, don't worry. I'm still learning this as I go. I've never made videos like this before. This is all a first for me. So today is Thursday. Monday morning, early Monday morning, I'm not excited for having to get up at like 6:30. Early Monday morning, Leenie and I are leaving for the Sunshine Coast to start our roughly a month-long tour. So what today is going to be for me is just a packing day, a cleaning day, a getting everything sorted out here before I leave day. So there's not a whole lot of things I can film for the vlog, so I think it's going to be a little bit shorter. I mean, I am going in for a hair appointment. I met a friend at a gig I did recently. It was the gig I played at the Wolf a couple of weeks ago with Leenie. We played an amazing gig there where we drew like 60 people and just had a party. It was awesome. But yeah, I met a girl there who said that she really wanted to. She's a hairdresser. She really wanted to do my hair before we left for the road, so I booked in with her today, so I'm going to do that. But I just figured since I don't have a ton to film for the vlog, and it's probably going to be a shorter video, what I'll do is I'll sort of talk about how I got here and what I've been doing the last couple of years that led me to this point where I can be an actual professional musician. I've been in bands for years. My first band I ever joined, I was 10 years old. And this is like 2006. And so over the course of literally 10 years, I was in almost a band a year. Like I think I was in 8 bands over that time. And every single time I thought we were going to be the next big thing. That we were like one step away from the big time. We can make it. But that's a natural thing for a musician. To me, there's almost no point in being in a band or in any sort of musical project if I don't think it's going to be insanely successful. But no, that's not fair. Obviously, I do it for the love of music, but we all have our little delusions of grandeur as musicians. Anyway, so fast forward to 2016, I was in a band called Eagle Avenue, about my 9 millionth band, and we actually successfully put out an album. It was called Scarlet. I still have a bunch of the CDs here. And it's still available on Spotify and iTunes. So if you look up the band Eagle Avenue, that is my old band. And we put out, this CD called Scarlet. I did not sing in that band. I did not consider myself a singer at all at that time. I played the guitar in that band, and on the CD I played every instrument except I didn't sing or drum. I can't drum at all. I don't have the rhythm for that. But we put out this CD, and I really wanted to go do some shows and start promoting it and stuff, but it never worked out. The band really didn't work out. We didn't go anywhere after that, and I wasn't super happy about it. I was 21 at the time, and now this was like my 8th band breaking up, and I was like, crap, where do I go from here? I mean, I don't know why, because 21's not all that old, but at the time I was considering myself a little bit washed up. I was like, oh, I'm 21, you can't start a new career when you're already 21. Look at all these famous musicians, they were already big at 21, you know, it's too late. You can't start from the ground at 21, but I figured what else am I going to do? So what I did was I went to a local open mic. I went to the Kanaka Creek Coffee House, which is a great open mic, by the way. You look up the Kanaka Creek Coffee House in Maple Ridge. Every Wednesday evening from 5 to 8, they do an open mic, and that was the first one I ever went to. And the woman who runs that, her name is Pam Burns. She's awesome. I went in and I sang a couple of songs, and I was terrified too, because again, I didn't think I was a singer. And I thought I was a songwriter, but I couldn't sing. So I figured I'll sing some songs at the open mic, and then maybe that'll prompt me to write more, and at least I can get my songs out there. But I was surprised by how everyone seemed to enjoy my singing voice more than I really did. And yeah, so Pam, who runs that open mic, came up to me after and was like, "You can feature whenever you want. That was awesome." And I was like, "Really? I didn't think it was that awesome." But it prompted me to keep coming back. And so every week or every other week, I would come back to Kanaka, and I made it kind of my goal to have a new song ready for them every time I would go there. So that was really important for me. And quickly, over the course of a few months, I started to think, maybe I can make a solo thing work. Not an option I'd considered, but maybe it'll happen. And I didn't know how to book gigs. I didn't know what gigs were. I kind of considered the music industry to be dying out. I was like, dude, I don't hang out in the bar scene either. So I was like, do bars even have live music anymore, or do they just pump a PA system in, or put a DJ in? I wasn't sure. The gigs that I was getting at that time were like the local Earth Day gigs, local like outdoor little festivals, which, don't get me wrong, they're a lot of fun, but they usually don't pay or anything, and when they do, they're not that great. It wasn't a career option at the time, but I went to openmicsvancouver.com, which is a great resource. You should check that out. And I found a huge list of open mics at different bars, so I started branching out to different places, and after a while, pretty much every day, every night that I didn't have a shift, I was at an open mic playing somewhere. And here's why open mics are a great thing to do if you're a budding musician. The people who run the open mics are the people to talk to. They've booked this open mic with a bar, meaning, or a coffee house, or wherever the open mic is, meaning that by definition, they know how to book gigs. So they're really good people to talk to. You can really learn a lot from them. And so I slowly got to know more and more people, and they pushed me in the right direction. But then if we fast forward to, I believe it was last April, I was feeling pretty down about the whole music thing. I was like, I didn't know where the next step was. I was doing all of the open mics, I was doing some local things, but I was like, I wasn't worried that much about there being no money in it, because I did have another job, but I was like, how do I move up? At some point, I've always wanted to do this as a career, but I just don't see how that's possible in this day and age. A friend of mine and I had a conversation where I was just like, why am I even doing this? It doesn't work. There's nowhere else I can go from here. I feel like it's dead end. And my friend said, get an agent. And I was like, you don't get an agent. It's 2018. There aren't agents wandering around open mics looking to book the next person. But I was looking at things too big. When I thought of agent, I thought of, big Hollywood guy that gets you cool stuff. I didn't think there was such a thing as an agent. But I have to give a shout out to Ben Crosby, because the next day, the day after I had that conversation with my friend, I got an email from him. He's the guy who runs a little open mic company called Coast Meridian Music, which is awesome. I actually might go to one of the open mics tonight. I don't know if I'll have time though. I might go to one of his open mics. And he's so supportive. And he said, do you want me to be like a local booking agent for you? I have some connections with local bars. And he did it non-competitive, or what's the word I'm looking for? Non-exclusive. So I could book my own gigs on the side. He just said, I want to get the ball rolling for you. And I had no idea what a gig was. What are gigs? So he started booking a few gigs for me, like legit bar gigs that paid a couple $100 sometimes, which floored me. I was like, you can just do that? There are gigs that you can get now as a musician in bars everywhere locally? It was a whole, I didn't even know, like I said, I didn't know bars hired live music so much anymore. So that was huge. I started doing those, and those became more and more, and I started booking stuff off from work, and then I started expanding where I was looking, because I felt like I'd emailed all the places, and I had all the gigs that I could ever get. So what I wound up doing was I emailed this place called Jimmy's Pub. I thought it was in Agassiz, which is just outside of Mission, which is like probably a half-hour drive from here. I was like, that's doable. And I got a response, yeah, we'd love to book you in. But I didn't realize it was I had emailed the wrong Jimmy's Pub. I emailed one that was in Creston, BC. That's just about at the Alberta border and about a solid 9-hour drive from where I live. And at first I was going to be like, no, I can't do that, obviously, but they gave me a really good offer, which included letting me actually stay in the hotel overnight and getting my food covered and stuff like that. And yeah, so they gave me a really good offer. And so I was like, screw it, let's do this. So by doing that and booking that gig, I started to broaden where I was booking, and because I'd always wanted to tour, so I was like, what's wrong with doing a gig 4 or 5 hours away? That'd be awesome. It'd be an awesome little trip. So I started booking more and more of those and booking more days off from my pizza job. And now finally, I've gotten the ball rolling to an extent, and I've gotten enough people asking to book me for gigs that I got to a point where I was like, my pizza delivery job is starting to actually hold me back now. By the way, this is not going to be a shorter vlog, like I said before, because apparently I've already recorded 11 minutes of this, but I'm almost done. So that's where I am now. I said, look, I'm going to quit my job. Now, my people at the pizza delivery job have told me that I can come back whenever. And I'd love to, and it's very possible that I go back for some supplemental income at some point. But I'm going to try to ride this as long as possible. I'm going to try to see how long I can go just making money from music. Hopefully, I know I can at least keep it going for several months here. I might go back when it's fall, wintertime to an actual day job, but yeah, leaving that job, I just emailed everywhere. I don't say no to anything anymore unless it's completely physically impossible for me to do it or financially impossible. So, oh, I missed an important part of the story, which is that last fall I was doing a local outdoor festival, and Leenie was also on the bill, and she came up to me after. She had already met me at the Kanaka Coffee House and bought one of my CDs immediately, and that was so exciting. I was just going to give it to her, but she insisted on paying, too. It was awesome. And she's always said she loved my music. She's the girl I'm going on tour with. She's the girl you met yesterday, if you watched that video. And so, anyway, at that little festival gig, she came up to me after and she said, what are your touring plans for this year? And I was like, nothing. I don't know. I'd love to. And she was like, yeah, I want to go out on tour. I want to do a big tour, and I'd love for you to be a part of it. And I was like, wow, okay. And I was on cloud nine for a while about that, and I always wanted to book that, and we made it a reality, and I quit my job to do it. And so, big, huge thanks to Leenie, everyone that I've named today, and obviously my family as well. None of this could be possible without. So that's where I stand right now. This is day 2 of having just quit my job. Just about to leave on a real tour. All my tour dates are in the description. It's really, really exciting. It's a crazy time in my life. So that kind of puts us to where we are now. Not sure what the rest of today will hold. Besides the hair appointment, I don't know if I'm going to go to the open mic or not. There's just a lot to still do here. There's a lot to do. I'm not going to move the camera around because I'm gross, but there's crap and clutter everywhere that I have to clean out today because I don't want to leave my house for like 4 weeks. It's my parents' house, full disclosure. I don't want to leave it a complete wreck, so I should probably clean it up a little. Yeah. Alright, guess I should go do that.
Ugh, I went to Value Village to go clothes shopping and I ran into too many things I want to buy. Now that I'm a professional musician, I gotta stop buying everything I see. My friends and I have an inside joke that I have a record tax, which is I have to drop money at every record store I ever see. Ooh, Linda Ronstadt.
Just got my hair cut and done by Alicia. I'll leave a link to her salon so you can get your hair cut by her as well. She did a great job. We'll wait and see how it dries. I'm excited to see how it dries because I feel a lot better. There was so much like mess like at the ends of my hair. It was so frizzed out. And yes, she got rid of all that, cleaned it up real nice. We'll see. Yeah, again, we'll see how it dries. It should be awesome. I definitely don't have time to hit any open mics or anything tonight. I'm just gonna have to pack. I'll throw in like a before and after picture probably after it dries. But other than that, I think that's gonna do it for this vlog. I didn't get through a whole lot of stuff that was interesting and worth filming. Not a lot of traveling around today, but at least I got to tell a cool story. Tomorrow I'm just doing a bunch of final preparation and rehearsals with Leenie, who'll be coming over, and then Saturday it all begins. It'll be crazy. So yeah, links to all my tour dates will be in that description there, as well as where you can find all my music and info and stuff like that. Once again, thanks for watching. I'll be back tomorrow.